Hi guys, it's your girl Nikki and welcome to her vlog. Hi everyone! So today I am joined by a special guest. Her name is Nikki Cruz Castillo, but you can call her Nikki, and she happens to be my sister. Hi guys, thank you for watching. We're here to talk about a special project that's coming up and something that I am personally super excited for. So before we get to it, a little bit about my sister. She's a full-time banker. She's also a full-time mom to the sweetest and most adorable is he 2.5 years old? He's turning 3. I am biased. He is the most adorable thing on this planet. In addition to juggling life as a full-time mom and working at the bank, she lives in Manila with her husband, her son, and a 5-year-old British short hair called Tweety. So let's get to it. I am here. This is, by the way, very impromptu, no script, and I'm starstruck. Can you guys tell? I am here to interview my sister on this upcoming project. I will be linking everything in the description box so you can check that out at the end of this video. This upcoming project, do you want to give us a little bit into what this is all about?
First, thank you for having me in your vlog. So basically, this is a side project. I work as Coco has mentioned, I am a banker, and I've always had this advocacy for teaching kids. And ever since I had my son, we were in the progress of teaching him how to speak Filipino. Now, when you look online, there's a limit, not much Filipino content for kids online, specifically for teaching Filipino. So we had this idea, why not try to create a channel where you could introduce the love for Filipino language or Tagalog and just have a good time. I mean, there was always comparison, oh, this could be a Miss Rachel type, but Miss Rachel covers speech therapy and she's in a whole different realm. We specifically focus on teaching young kids how to speak basic Filipino.
Oh my god, I am really excited about this personally. So I grew up in Hong Kong my entire life, and just hearing that something's coming out, a dedicated YouTube series targeted for young children to really learn more. I mean, there's going to be a bit of incorporation of the Philippine culture, and honestly, hearing about this is making me so excited because we also have a good population of Filipino moms living in Hong Kong, kids growing up in Hong Kong, where a lot of times the influence into Philippine culture, rather there's a lack of it rather. So having this come out on YouTube, social media is going to be super exciting, and I'm so happy to be sharing this with the community. What personally inspired you to do this, in addition to what you've already shared, and what do you hope we can get out of this?
Well, basically, as I mentioned earlier, there's a limit. And why learn Filipino, right? I always feel that there is a value in learning a language. It could be any language. And if you're Filipino, it's always good to know your roots. Now, there's always if you speak English really well, there's a premium to it. It's a global language. But there are some things about your culture, about yourself as a person, that you can only express using your native tongue. I feel like it's always an enhancement of you as a person to know your own language. When you move to another country, you are exposed to the language that's majorly spoken there. There are things about you that are expressed and learned through your native language. So that was actually the root of it.
Quick question. So we spent a lot of time talking about the show and what we hope people can get out of it, but I think we should also take a step back and actually talk about what the show is going to be about. I do see that there is someone called Teacher Narra. So is that you? Are you Teacher Narra? Can you give us a little bit of background?
Narra is a type of Philippine tree, not a plant, tree. And it's known for its resilience, its heritage. So if you have family heirlooms that are usually made of Narra trees or the Narra wood, they're always so resilient. They don't get infested by termites, they weather the storm, So I'd like to associate that character to the Filipino language. It's resilient. It is something that you should pass on to the next generation as an heirloom.
So what's the format? Are you going to be talking with little kids? Do you have kids on the show? Is there going to be like cartoons? What's the actual show going to be about?
That's a very good question. We're initially starting off with a green screen, very minimal animation. Maybe moving forward, yes, we could have kids on the show.
Parang, oh, you know, my Filipino coming out. So is it going to be like talking at saka there's also singing, or is it like with this with the audience? Is there going to be music or?
Apologies because I don't have the nicer voice like my sister here. She has a great singing voice. But that's a good springboard to actually invite guests to sing simple nursery rhymes in Filipino.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Diba?
I guess you're open and welcome to, you know, suggestions as you further evolve this. But I think the main purpose is, again, to bring that Filipino culture to viewers wherever they may be around the world. And again, we've got a good number of Filipinos and kababayans all around the world, with a lot of kids who are growing up as third culture kids, and a lot of them probably have lost the ability to speak Filipino or understand our culture. And so this would be such a perfect opportunity to bring this to the audience in the form of little kids. What better way to learn than to have little kids who are the future of the Philippines?
Such a beautiful, you know, way of explaining what we're doing. It's really how it is. We live in a global village now, and slowly we get to lose our ability to appreciate the language of our culture. So at least this is something that we could look forward to. Thank you.
So again, guys, this is very impromptu, and like there was no script involved, but I'm so happy that I have the opportunity. Exactly, this is like lunch time right now. So I'm just really happy to have this opportunity to have my sister on my vlog and to really share a little bit about this upcoming series of episodes that will be rolling out on YouTube.
Do we have a release date yet? Yes. We started the first episode last September 17th.
I will be linking everything in the description box below, so please check it out. We look forward to updating you all on how the development of this series goes out. So in the meantime, stay tuned to In Life with the Coco.